What's up, Jay's Analysis nerds, friends and foes, lovers. Oh, baby. How y'all doing? Nerd gang, rise up. Nerd gang, rise up. Can y'all hear me okay? I had to adjust the sounds last time. We had a good chat last night when I was fooling around with this stuff, and I didn't realize this stupid ass site wouldn't save it until you click the button to save the video. So I spent like 2 hours yucking up and making everybody laugh and going deep into philosophy, and the whole thing got freaking erased. So anyway, maybe we can repeat all that. I'll just repeat all of my jokes. What is nerd game? That's what Dyer teaches you. Teaches you nerd game. To get the hottest nerd babes. Oh man. How was y'all's day? Mine was busy. I worked all damn day. Jay's Analysis is like a damn factory job, dude. You know, it never stops. We're gonna get Angelina Jolie's social justice ass self sorted out here. You understand now, Jason? Jason Allen, Pearson on my screen. It looks like pears. Jason Allen pears on. You got your pears and your peaches turned on or off? Thank you, Keskron. Yeah, there's like 800 articles or so in the Jason Analysis archives. And then after a while you realize, why am I writing all these articles for free? I just need to write freaking books. I wrote 800 articles for free, so now they're going into books. I am going to write a new essay on Filioque, which a lot of people don't get, because Filioque is directly related to the essence energy distinction. So look at that, 17 nerds already. Yeah, dude, pumping out the articles and the videos. It's non-freaking stop. I hadn't written an article in a good while, though. That's because once you realize that you write 800 articles and then you realize that you spent all this time to get 30,000 followers on the blog, or 28 or whatever it is. And, shit, he's gonna see me. And then you realize that, get out of there, bitch. You realize that instead of spending years to get 30,000 followers writing, you should have this guy's freaking out, sir. Heavy damage. You should have been making freaking videos, because people don't read fucking articles. Nobody reads. All they do is watch YouTube videos. So I would have been at Corbett level by now if I had spent all that time making videos. But I wouldn't have cool books and shit too, so you know, whatever, it's an equal payoff, I guess. But it does take a while to write articles. It is easier to make videos, I have to say. you've seen some okay looking gamer women. Yeah, there's a few. I'm not a a huge gamer, so I can't really speak to that culture. I'm just testing this out. One reason I'm doing this too is because you can live stream, through Twitch. What is this shit? And if YouTube ever goes down, I want to have a backup. And there's not a lot of places you can actually live stream, so you set the OBS up and all that, And them dudes that. But yeah, the Filioque is not just about the procession of the Spirit and that, that's what divides us all and all. No, it's Filioque is based on the essentiality of distinction. I mean, being denied. It's based on absolute God simplicity. It took me a long time to figure that out too, by the way. It's like 10 years on the subject before I put all those pieces together. So I'm trying to be can't see any of that. There. Oh, there they are. So I put all those pieces together after a long time, thank God. And yeah, Jonah's a great book.
Tau team, Croft is on a vector toward your position. I say again, Croft is coming to you.
I'm not going to screw this up this time. Jonah.
Show me her corpse.
There's a great article at Bible Gateway about the historicity of Jonah. If you can find that, look it up. Type in Bible Gateway, history of Jonah. And there was some neat stuff in there I'd never seen before. Because, people always say, the book of Jonah is obviously not true. Even though Jesus says that it is true, it says that it's a type of him. So Jonah being in the belly of the whale for 3 days and 3 nights and then being spit up on land is a type of the resurrection. And it's also a type of the descent into Hades. And if you have the Orthodox Study Bible, you know that based on the Septuagint, because the Septuagint uses Hades and talks about it's more explicit about the descent in Hades in that passage, which is pretty neat. These smoke bombs don't do shit, dude.
That should have worked.
I mean, they kind of do, but
Isn't it working?
you're a pro-Christian cartoonist that distribute arts and comics.
She's got no chance.
I mean, the only two I even have heard of is Vox Day and Ethan Van Scriver, and they had a big falling out. So, and I don't think Ethan Van. Oh shit! I couldn't see that dude. Ethan Van Scriver is not Christian. So sorry, I don't even have any kind of connect on that one, or else I would. They threw a damn grenade at his butt. I can see these guys. Everybody was saying how boring this was last night. Well, the talk wasn't boring, but the gameplay in this was kind of boring, so hopefully this will be a little more active for these nerds.
Let me check it out.
But he's gonna turn on his enemies. That's what this weapon does. But yes, Jonah typology, by the way, is a great proof of the text. I mean, I have an essay on that called "The Apologetic Use of Typology." Everybody should read that, because typology is another. In a way, it's a kind of apologetic argument. I mean, Jesus uses that argument all the time. He's like, "Have you not read the scriptures? Did you not see where Jonah is a type of me?" Right? So, shit, get out of there, bitch. Get up. Oh my gosh. This game sucks. Ideas are better. Actually, this game's really fun if you're playing it because it's a mix of puzzle solving and action. They usually have some kind of semi-esoteric plot too, so they're not that bad. But it is funny how they just toss Jonah into the ocean because they think he's the reason that they're having a sea storm. Oh my gosh. So we're gonna build this Twitch channel up. Don't worry, Jay's Analysis nerds. So yeah, so basically people are just watching me play video games and asking theology questions, which is fine. That's no problem with that. Get out of there. Alright, I'm gonna have to be sneaky. I can't just hack my way through this. I'm not sure all the chat is coming through. Why does everybody think this game sucks? How could you hate Angelina Jolie? Except it's not Angelina Jolie. And her one titty taking on the Illuminati, even though the Illuminati in this game is supposed to be the patriarchal Western corporations. What do I think of the theories of Scripture being dated as written later than the Bronze Age? When were we talking about this? Are you talking about, is that Shane? Are we talking about the Torah, the Mosaic text being written late? Is that what you're talking about? No, there's absolutely no reason to believe this. So, I mean, again, yeah, but I mean, it's no different than a movie. I mean, a movie is, I'll answer that question in a second, but I mean, a movie is weaponized just like video games, right? But there's nothing wrong with playing a game in itself. You're not being put into the Matrix by playing Tomb Raider. And I don't play video games a lot anyway, but I did want it. The only way to have this backup is to stream this kind of stuff. So you have to build the channel up by streaming. You can't just stream video right away. I don't think you have to stream some games and shit, I think, the way this site works. But we're not being put into the Matrix. DARPA's not tricking us by playing Tomb Raider. All this is it's just a puzzle game. The worst aspect of this game is that it's Gnostic. But back to the question of the Bronze Age dating of the why does, number one, there's no reason to believe this. It's just a theory. Secondly, the text, he's gonna kill his own men here in a second. The texts have a wonderful attestation of veracity. If you listen to my lecture on the New Testament and the veracity of the New Testament, a lot of those same arguments also apply to the Old Testament. So when the Dead Sea Scrolls were found, this actually vindicated a lot of texts, like Isaiah. Isaiah was backed up by the Dead Sea Scrolls. So there's no reason to adopt. Oh shit! They're gonna damn it! There's no reason to adopt the higher critical mode of thinking. And by the way, if you look at the higher critics, they've all changed their views. They don't believe what they believed 2 or 3 decades ago. So higher criticism is a scam because it doesn't even have like a set position; it just changes all the time.
Jesus Christ.
We'll get her, sir.
Show me her corpse, and your entire team.
They
is
don't
next
believe in
line
the
for
Q theory. The
decontraining.
Q theory was like, you know, where the mystical made up source of the text of the New Testament, where the Gospels come from. They titled it Q. Now they all have dropped Q. They don't believe Q anymore. So textual criticism, and this applies to Old Testament and New Testament textual criticism, it's just as fleeting and theory ridden as any of the other so-called academic positions. Just like Darwinism. Darwinism is constantly changing in flux, and then 10, 20 years later, they don't believe the things that were the dogma 10 and 20 years earlier. So it's shifting sands, dude. Textual criticism is shifting sands. I'm not saying there's no place for it. It can be done. Many church fathers did it. Jerome did it. St. Mark of Ephesus did textual criticism. There's nothing wrong with that, but if you do it with the presuppositions of unbelief, it doesn't work.
All full up.
You're not going to get truth by presupposing unbelief. The dude I was talking about, yeah, I mean, that's funny. QAnon is about the same level as the Q theory.
She's dead. Nice work.
It is about the same level as QAnon, and they don't believe it anymore. Look up Yale University, Julius Wellhausen, and Q in YouTube, and you'll get the lectures from this bald-headed social justice woman who's a Yale scholar. Obviously a higher critic, but what's funny about her little lectures on YouTube is that she doesn't believe, or she talks about how they don't believe Q anymore. So all of the modernists who based everything on this shit like 30 years ago, they don't believe it anymore. Anyway, that's all in my New Testament lecture. You can go watch that. But the biblical texts have, amongst ancient texts, they have some of the highest level of attestation of anything. For example, the 5,000 plus manuscripts of the New Testament are far greater than any other ancient text. Any. Plato, the earliest dialogues of Plato come from Middle Ages. Did you know that? Oxford Manuscript B comes from the Middle Ages. Dude, Plato's not even that old. I mean, he is, but I'm saying text-wise, right? But people do not doubt Plato like they do the New Testament, obviously, because they have the agenda of unbelief. They need it to be false. They need the Old Testament to not be true. So, and it was a concerted effort too. When you look into the Jesus Quest, when you look into the higher critics, if you look at Julius Wellhausen's Wikipedia, and you'll see that he had this agenda. And he talks about how he hated, for whatever reason, he hated the ceremonial aspects of the Old Testament, and he thought that Christianity needed to be purged of this stuff. Well, that's a weird Protestant heresy, first of all. Yeah, I did play Last of Us. That was a lot of fun. I beat that when it came out. We are going to beat these damn NPC retards here this time. I'm not going to die again. Get up there. But she did it last time ago. Oh, it's a spider. Oh, in the predominance is the predominance of usury directly linked to a deterioration? Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, usury was forbidden the first 1,000 years of Christianity, and then the papacy decided it was cool. That, by the way, is one of the obvious arguments of Michael Hoffman against Rome. So, kind of a no-brainer there. And they absolutely changed their position, and they'll give you a zillion different the typical bureaucratic
Hey, you know Maltese's access code?
casuistry as to why.
010353 Mike.
Oh, it's usury, but it's not the forbidden kind of usury. No, it happens in the Renaissance.
Hey, loading.
If you read Occult Renaissance Church of Rome, Hoffman explains all this and documents it very well.
Impossible. I
And
can't
it's
carry
absolutely
more.
connected to deterioration of the West and Christendom. It also comes in around the same time as the rise of the Frankish power, the Avignon papacy, the Renaissance, which is all influenced by Hermeticism. Yeah. Get that honky skin. She's doing blackface.
Give me a tarp?
That's
As soon as Mel comes
that's
back.
not acceptable.
Smell.
Putting mud all over her face.
Playing around with that thing for?
Trying to tap into any satellites that might be passing overhead.
You mean like surveillance cameras?
Absolutely. Trinity's got access to all kinds of resources.
Connection established. Let's see if we can find her.
Oh, am I out of poison? No, here we go.
Dropped will be here any minute.
Poison darts, bitches.
What's the matter?
He's gonna turn on that dude, watch. He's throwing up. That's how we attack NPCs right there. We get the NPCs to attack each other. Can we sow division amongst the social justice NPCs? Oh, they're not. I haven't got them all yet.
Take point.
There we go.
Let's have a look around. Got her corner.
Yeah, we were talking about BioShock last night. BioShock's straight up creepy Illuminati, dude, isn't it? That's crazy. But yeah, I played
Keep within a couple of yards of each
BioShock long ago when it came out. Oh shit, I didn't even do that. Yeah, it's like mind control, MK Ultra, underground Illuminati.
fucking bastards.
Oh shit, that's something.
Target neutralized.
Damn it.
We got her.
What is System Shock? I've never played that. I like how it implicitly dunks on the LOL Berts. Lolberts. Oh, the libertarians? It is like, that's what we were talking about last night. It's like John Galt and all that shit, right?
Croft is coming to you.
Jesus Christ.
Which there's an element of
You won't get me.
John Galt mythos, which I can appreciate. Now, what's Mountain Blade? I'm not familiar with it. I can't believe I almost cleared all them damn dudes out, and I gotta do that shit again. Descripturized sons of Christian families are very lost. Yeah, I mean, I've been talking about this for a while because... Let's see, how did I get this guy?
Base camp's having trouble receiving me. As soon as this is up, we'll use it to boost your... You're doing terrible.
You know, the funny thing about, like I was saying on Facebook, like the people that I've seen apostatize, they were I'll have to try to, let me see if I can stick the mic up a little higher. Everybody that falls away apostatizes. They don't believe in the Old Testament. That's where it starts. Either that or they just use it as justification for unbelief.
Let's have a look around.
I think I got the volume all the way up here on the mic, but he's gonna start killing the dudes.
I'll kill you all! Holy shit! Holy shit! What's going on? Hold up a second. You won't get me!
So anyway, I'm a little less vibrant than I was yesterday. I was ratcheted up on that fake cocaine. I'm joking. Drinking espresso. But we had a drug talk last night. Oh, that shit was funny last night. I wish I hadn't all got erased. The churches are weak. Yeah, the churches are weak. Shit. Why are the churches weak? Because they don't believe the scriptures. I mean, you can have all kinds of nice liturgies, but if you don't, damn it. I'm gonna have to sneak around. You just can't attack these dudes. Yeah, I had to set the save last night because I didn't realize when I started this that you have to click the button to save the stream. I thought it would do it automatically like YouTube streaming, but no. So I did that last night. Somebody was saying we were at the Warner Brothers Studios and they have that fake Friends set there, and Jamie was saying that, you know, Friends got everybody drinking coffee. So that was pretty funny. I don't know if that's true, but it seems plausible because nobody went to Starbucks, you know, until after Friends. I didn't watch Friends, so shit seems gay to me. Dumb and gay. Are you Joey? Are you freaking
The problem isn't the generator for the change.
Patty? Are you freak face? I don't know their names. Courtney Cox. Yeah, right. Courtney Cock.
Got something. Maybe. What's the matter?
I like the idea of making these guys turn on each other. That part's fun. But if one of them sees you, dude, they all come at you. Just like social justice soy creatures. If one of them sees you, we've got one that can see, right? It's like all the memes are converging into NPC. It's the ultimate meme war. It's conquering, dude. They're freaking out. They don't know what to do about it. We've been found out. We've been found. They done found us. How did they... Shit.
Last chance.
I hope they killed that dude. Oh, shit. Get out of here. But